Whew. I think it's time to do some laundry. That out.
He's about to tear it up.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead. Welcome, everyone, to 2K. These two teams love to share the ball. Now, Doris, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Well, for those of you who may not be aware, MP has set his sights on making sure any teams that finish higher than his last year are going to be met with a big L. That's a pretty big challenge.
Well, I can say that so far, MP has got the job done and proving he can rise to the challenge. Still, plenty of basketball left to play in this season, so we'll see how he handles the extra attention with opposing teams bringing their best to try to prove MP wrong.
Here are the five for the Suns. We've got George, Devin Booker out there with Trae Young. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's O'Neal in at the power forward position.
You can always count on D-Book to make the right reads when he's in pick-and-roll action. He's so smart.
Hendricks, no good. And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that one. not quite sure what happened.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
It's George on the wing. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Booker from downtown, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
To the paint. Stolen by Collins. George against George. And Klingon pulls it down.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Smith passes to George. And George with some nice D.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Smith outside. Pass to Dub. Fires the three. Drops in the three.
Oh, good recognition from Smith Jr. Now, sensing the defense overcommitment and punishing them for it.
Outside O'Neal. Outside Young. Collins a screen. Young can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's George on the wing. Guarded by Young. The three is up. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Klingon's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is right in his wheelhouse. Hitting the boards and cashing in.
Already, I mean, we are seeing the full range of his skill set on display. Get ready for a big-time game from this guy.
Utah has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to George. Wing shot on the way. They get it again. Here's Dub. Here's Smith. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Hits the trifecta.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Here's Dub. Booker defending.
What we call called on Zach Collins. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dub. Consistent production from him, averaging around 27.5 points a game. Here's Hendricks. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Good on the bucket. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
George, no good.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
And Young gets it to go.
What a slick look by Paul George. Defense expecting him to shoot, but he decides otherwise.
And the basket by Dub.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Dub in that last game against the Timberwolves had a nice performance. He picked up 29 points, and talk about a two-way player. He was phenomenal at both ends. You look at his stats overall, he was just everywhere that night. Brian?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns. Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix, Doris.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
Here's Markkanen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside O'Neal, back to Young. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Markkanen. Fires the three. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. For Phoenix, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. The basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Richards is checked in for Utah. Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, BA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion. John Collins is excellent from deep. Remember, this guy shot 40% for a season in his history.
George outside. Three-pointer. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Booker for 3. Utah grabs the miss. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Phoenix this year. From deep, Johnson. O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 3. Outside Young. Johnson against George. Here's Booker. Richards pulls it in. The Jazz shooting an impressive 47%. Dub drains the triple. Dub's got 8 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And here we can check out the story for Trae Young.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
.157 left in the first quarter. Outside Booker. Pass to Highland. 6 to shoot. There's Young with the 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. From deep, Johnson. And Booker pulls it down. Booker's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Highland. Inside. Here's Iguodala. The kick out to Young for 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And that one is hammered home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Highland. Sinks the tray. And the Suns lead by 1.
Bones Highland, an aggressive scorer. If he gets a look from 3, he won't be shy.
Here's Dub. Booker defending. Markkanen from long range. Sinks it from distance. Markkanen's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
They set a pick. Johnson for three. And again, it's Utah with a three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Booker. Pass to Highland. Lets it fly. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Utah ahead, up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. They got Bones Highland, also Devin Booker out there, and it's done in at the 4.
Well, that's just John Collins erasing shot attempts with that long wingspan.
Booker surveying the D. Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker still good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Outside, Highland. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Highland's got 6.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Highland against George. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. And they pick up 2. Hendricks has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Utah shooting their first free throws of this game. He's off on the first. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Smith outside. 4-3. On target from range. He's got 7.
Oh, you talk about guys close to 7 feet, and Smith is one of the best from deep.
Outside, Highland to the middle. Here's Iguodaro. Lays it up and banks it in.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Smith inside. Defended by Dunn.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from Smith. Now, it's important for him to make strides as a playmaker.
Suns trail by 7. Outside, Highland. Releases. And it's Phoenix with another. Here's Dub. 12 points for him. And in in the second quarter. A little under 3.5 minutes played already. From outside the arc, Iguodaro grabs a miss. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Iguodaro. Takes a three. Dunn's shot is good. And now it's just a 2-point Utah lead.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Collins with a screen on Booker. And there's the lob. And Collins with the slam.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
Pass to Iguodaro. Jacks up a three. No good that time. Jazz leading by 4. Here's George. Oh, he misses his 7th consecutive shot. Ouch.
Well, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Joe, the pass to Highland. And here's Booker. Here's Dunn. Fires in the triple. Dunn's got 6.
How about the vision from Devin Booker? Yes, he can score it, but that's a pretty pass.
Smith outside. George passes to Dub. Back to George. Collins with a screen on Highland. To 3, George. The Suns clear it. Iguodaro's got 4 rebounds in the game. Highland, the pass to Dunn. To the inside. Here's Booker. Oh, the slam! Get up, Devin!
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
Clingan, he's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for George. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Pass to Smith. Launches it. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. That one on O'Neal. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. That's good from Smith. Suns trail by 3. Young, the pass to O'Neal. And Booker with the jam.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
Smith outside from behind the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. George scanning the floor. Pass to Young. Back to George. The 3 ball. Smith with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. Dub passes to Smith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one's on Zach Collins.
You talk about a guy who has all the tools.
Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful. I think for the Jazz, they've played below average basketball coming out the gates. They were hoping for more. They were talking a good game in the preseason.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Phoenix Suns.
Their offense is flowing.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. Just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
We've got George, Jabari Smith out there with Clingan, and it's Dub in at the point. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Now here's Young. Collins passes to Booker. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the three-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Here's Dub. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Suns. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Collins. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Dub. Booker defending. Pass to Dub. Here's Hendricks. Now here's Smith. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Booker. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Smith. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Smith's got 15 points.
Yeah, and Smith Jr. is rolling right now, showing just how dominant he can be.
Phoenix is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. George outside from deep three-point land. Utah grabs the miss. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. And that one's good. 14 points for him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Suns lead by 4. Right side Young. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Stolen by Collins. For 3, Booker gets the 3 ball to go. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
Sharpshooter from anywhere on the floor. Booker's release and form, it's so mechanically sound.
Dub passes to Smith. The rebound by Devin Booker.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And the basket by Dub. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Young, the pass to O'Neal. Young with a screen on Smith. Back to Young. Booker for 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Dub. Out left to the wing. Here's Hendricks. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hendricks has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that one's good.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Takes it inside. Dub passes to Smith. Here's Dub. Pass to Hendricks. George with a steal. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Suns?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
John Collins checked in for Utah. Here's George. Uneasy, 2 on the layup. George has got his first basket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Outside Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Here's Dub. 16 points for him. Right wing. From deep. Collins with the rebound.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
It's George on the wing, covered by Smith. For 3, Booker. Utah with the rebound. Here's Hendricks. Give him 8 points now. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh my goodness, John Collins with the emphatic finish.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point lead. It's George with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 7 points.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
George with it, picked up by Collins. Here's Hendricks, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
George outside. Screen by Young. Takes the 3, and that's good. Paul George for 3. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything. Can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for George. George against Markkanen. The kick out to Young. Back to George. 5 on the clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Jazz trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Dub. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Phoenix has got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Markkanen against George. Pass to Dunn. Back to Young. With the teardrop. Inside. It's Trae Young.
And such a skillful shooter. Young going with the gentle make.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Dub. Booker defending. From the arc. Rebounded by Dunn. Dunn's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Young. Pass to Dunn. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Phoenix shooting their 6th. Bill Hardy calls for the timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here's Dub. Fires from deep. Hits the 3-pointer. Dub's got 9 points here in the second half.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And so in the game for the Suns, Devin Booker out there with Bones Highland. Then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Iguodaro in at the center position, locking down the middle. Pass to Dub. Smith with a screen on Booker. Here's Hendricks, covered by Joe. 6 on the shot clock. And Hendricks gets it to go.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Booker. And the Suns miss again. Utah has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Dub. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Dub's got 23 points. For Phoenix, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Highland, the pass to Booker. Oh, Booker's shot goes despite the contact.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Klingon. For three, Smith. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Here's Iguodaro. The rebound by the Jazz. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on Bones Highland.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Phoenix making a switch here. George is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Suns trail by 3. Joe, the pass to Highland. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, Bones Highland's got a thin frame, but you can see he is unafraid of contact, earns a trip to the foul line.
And so Highland nails both of them.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Pass to Dub. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Launches a 3, and Hendricks gets it to go. Hendricks has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Booker for 3. Utah grabs the miss.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
George passes to Dub. Now Smith. George outside. Pass to Dub. And here's Smith. The 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. George has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside for Booker. Outside Highland. Lets it go from deep. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Hendricks. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Here's Booker. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, Devin Booker, shiftiness, gets himself into the paint, so aggressive, and it pays off.
Collins, he's checked in for Phoenix. Young comes in for Joe. That one falls, so he hits both of them. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 15-6 run. Inside. Here's Dub. Utah with another miss.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. It's all knotted up.
Yeah, Paul George has length, and he has a knack for understanding where the ball is coming off. Nicely done.
George passes to Dub. Smith with a screen on Booker. Pass to Smith. Clock at 6. And Hendricks gets it to go.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Highland, and he knocks down the 10-footer.
Yeah, Highland willing to take what the defense gives. If that's a mid-range, that's fine.
Here's Dub, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Dub's got 15 points in just the second half. Suns trail by 3. Outside Booker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
You love that Devin Booker now has experienced postseason success because there were some who questioned his greatness. Now that conversation is over.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Highland.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Picked by Smith. Dub passes to Smith. It's George with the drive. Outside Young to take the lead. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
3 points.
George has got his 5th assist in this one.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
Dub passes to George. Here's Dub. Smith with a screen on Booker. Dub misses. Phoenix has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Strong finish at the rim by Booker.
This is one of the specialties of Devin Booker. That mid-range, you offer it, he'll take it.
Here's Dub. Offensive board. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
And here in the 4th, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
Left side Booker. Utah grabs the miss.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
To the inside, Young, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
On the take, here's Smith. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Booker, pass to George. Step back and fire. The rebound by the Jazz. Hendricks has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's good for 2. Dub's got 31.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Oh, it's stolen. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Here's Smith. Rebound, Trae Young. The Suns trailing. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. The 3 is up. Unable to get that one.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Dub. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Suns trail by 3. With the step back. Here's George. And counted from 12 feet.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
George passes to Dub. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter here. The 3, Smith. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's George. The kick out to Young. Back to George. Shoots over George. No good off the back of the rim. Utah leading by 4. To the paint. The 3. The Suns clear it. Young looking over the floor. Pass to George. Back to Young. Now here's George. Outside Young. Here's the 3. Money. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. "27 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. George against George. Pass to Collins. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
You're looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul. Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
George, a deep 3. Laces one from 3. And an intentional foul right there. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game. So we see Utah get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business. Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.